Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you how to use a breadth first search. So for this one, we're starting from 3, as I wrote up here. So you'll start from whatever you're given. And from 3, we're going to add 3 to the output, since that's going to be the first one. And we're going to look for adjacent vertices for the smallest one connected to 3. That's going to be 1. So we're going to go to 1. And we're going to add 1 to the output. And then we're going to add 1 to the queue. Then we're going to look back at 3, and we're going to look for more adjacent vertices that are connected to it. And the next smallest one is going to be 2. So we're going to go to 2 and circle it. We're going to add it to the output. We're going to add it to the queue. And then there's one adjacent vertice left, and that's going to be 4. So we're going to go down to 4. Add it to the output. Add it to the queue. And now we've exhausted all adjacent vertices of 3. So we're going to go to our queue, and we're going to go to 1. So we're going to DQ 1, and we look for adjacent vertices connected to 1. And 2 can't be used because it's already been used in our output, so we don't have to worry about it. And then we're going to adjacent vertice 5 right here. So we're going to circle it. We're going to add 5 to the output. We're going to add 5 to the queue. And from 5, we're actually going to go back to the queue, and we're going to go to the next one in line for the queue is 2. So at 2, we look for adjacent vertices, and as you can see, there are none. We've already used them all. So we DQ 2, and we end up with 4 and 5. So now we're going to DQ 4 and go to it, and we can see that 4 has an adjacent vertice of 6. So we're going to connect 6. We're going to add 6 to the output, and then we would add 6 to the queue. But since this is the end and we've connected, or we visited all the vertices in this graph, we're done. So otherwise you'd go to the next one in line, which would be 5, and you look for adjacent vertices of 5, and then you DQ 5, and then you go to 6 and check for adjacent vertices of 6, DQ it. So the big things you need to remember while you're doing this is you're always starting from a certain point, and at that point you're going to look for all the adjacent vertices in order from smallest to largest, and then you add them to the queue in that order, and then you go to the next one and do the same thing as you did with the first one, look for all the adjacent vertices, and then you keep adding them to the queue and adding them to the output. Hope that helps. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Thanks.